you with any questions you may have.
Hi, I know you didn't mention it, and if it's not related to these groups of products, but trust, I don't know if you can, like, because I hear a lot of things about, you know, putting assets towards a trust or consolidating all of your, you know, accounts and having that as a focal point to kind of manage and a way to pass on, you know, that wealth in a way that streamlines. But I'm still kind of, I mean, we're kind of vaguely learning, but I don't know if that's, yeah.
So did you want to answer first? Okay. So trusts are very important. Trusts will protect you, so your name will not even show. Yeah, and so that's the blessing. So you should have everything in the trust. You should have your car, you know, your home, you know, and so we could definitely get some more information to you. But so since Julia is up here, she's the one that we do the end of life together, and so she's going to share.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me here today. To answer your question in regards to trust, okay. In the state of Virginia and other states, you have this, whereas the government cannot come in and it cannot, one, hit you with federal tax because it's no longer a gift. You won't go to probate, okay? Because what happens, and I'm not going to stay long, but what happens is when you have things such as that in a trust, it eliminates the government. They can't get their portion, the whole 9 yards. Your name becomes first. As soon as that person passes, you move up. It is now yours. Creditors can't come after you or anything. Trusts are very important. They're a little bit more difficult to put together, but they are worth it.
Do you have to have a business to have a trust? Or
You do not. You do not. Anything can be funded in a trust, okay? Again, a lot of us, we look back to the houses because that's our most expensive asset we have, okay? And it's also, coming back on, piggybacking on what Bishop Kimberly said, generational wealth. And that's what we want, is generational wealth, okay? Where your children don't get 5%, they're getting a whole 100% without everybody else being in it. And then they're passing it on to their kids. But the problem is this isn't taught or shown because you've eliminated government out of a lot, and they don't want you to have that knowledge. So that's why we do the things we do. We feel that it's something that's very necessary. We feel that a lot of people are not educated on it. So we teamed up to do that. Wills, trusts, power of attorneys, minor power of attorneys, advanced medicals, and also life insurance.
Like, if you have a 401k, cannot go through that? Cannot be like listed in a trust? Like those accounts, or no, is that?
401ks make it a little bit difficult to do so because, again, they are taxable. Okay. That would be the annuity. Yes.
Thank you. In line with the trust, the special needs trust, if someone has set up a trust for special needs, also
Special needs. Yes.
how does that, what protections are there for the person who has a special needs and the assets that are needed?
Typically, that special needs individual has some type of concern or file in court. That special needs individual would have a conservator to handle the finances and funding. The process is still the same, but there is somebody appointed, so if the family of the passing of the parents, that child is still covered, and they have all the legal rights as there was nothing wrong.
So the conservative would then have the power.
Correct. Correct.
And what if they can be trusted?
Then you definitely want to try to keep it out the courts as much as possible, so you definitely want somebody who can be trusted. But also remember, you can add on 2 or 3 people. So if they can't be trusted, they can be removed, and the next person will step up. Okay? So, and that's the thing that a lot of people really don't get. It doesn't have to be my child or my aunt. I can hand everything over to Bishop Kimberly because I trust her. Now, if something happens to her, she says, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm going to have somebody else in line. And because we want to keep it out of the court system. The court system is going to try to get the money. They do get the money. So you just want to have everything lined up. That includes your advanced medical. You're not going to have one, you're going to have two. A lot of times I push and say, please have three. Because I hear a lot of times, if it's Bishop and I writing together and she's my person on my advanced medical, we're together. Something happens to both of us. Who's that one in the background who can step up for us? Okay, so definitely, if you don't have it, please consider getting all your documents together sooner than later. Because 5 years from now, 10 years from now, that paper is going to have a vital part in what happens to you and your family.
We're closing remarks.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a friend whose mother is 93 years old, and she keeps telling me that her mother is in sound mind. Who determines that?
The doctor will determine that.
But if the doctor say that she is, and she's 93 years old, and I'm 20 years younger, I know that I'm not in sound mind.
Well, most of
And
the
because
time,
of that, because she's in sound mind, she's not going to sign a will and do anything because the family is letting her tell them that she's in sound mind. And so now they're hanging out, not knowing where does she want to be buried and how does she want to be buried, that kind of situation. Because she's in sound mind and she can make that decision herself. And today she hasn't made it, so.
well, I would recommend, you can give me a call. I'd love to sit down and talk to the family because that's the good part about setting everything up. You can determine when. And so my paperwork specifically says I'm in charge until a doctor says that I'm not in my sound mind. So she might, be inclined to sign and just get things in order, knowing that she's still in control until a doctor says she's not, because you said right now she has a doctor that's on her side, says she's sound mind, which is a blessing at 93. But so we'll hope and just pray for that family that she'll agree to that. Because it's really protecting her, and it'll be her wishes that'll go forth. Because right now she feels in control, and she is in control, but we just don't want them to be, spiraling down and out of control once she's not sound mind.
But I don't know if the doctor is agreeing with her because they recommended that she go to hospice and she refused to sign off on it. So, and nobody wants to go against what she's saying.
Wow. And yeah, that would be my recommendation.
And then legally, they cannot go against what she's saying. Even though legally, they cannot. If the doctor has not deemed her incapacitated or not a sound mind, they cannot go against what she's saying.
So she dies today or tomorrow. They still out there in the clouds trying to figure out what they're going to do.
Yes.
Yes.